The expansion of the Back of the Yards neighborhood began in the mid-19th century with the establishment of the Union Stockyards and the concentration of railroads in the area. By 1900, the neighborhood had been transformed into a series of Slavic enclaves dominated by Poles, Czechs, Lithuanians, and Slovaks. Prior to the Great Depression, the various ethnic enclaves that composed the Back of the Yards neighborhood handled their population's problems internally. Unfortunately, when the Great Depression hit, poverty and need was so widespread that the enclaves simply could not cope within their individual ethnic communities. It was this that created a need for a Back of the Yards neighborhood council.
They did something, at least. They didn't just sit back and complain about conditions or this or that. They organized.
I believe that the Back of the Yards is the strongest pillar in the foundation of the city of Chicago, one of the oldest communities in the city. It provided job opportunities for people that came to this country looking for a better life. They left their homelands and they wound up here. People that came here and were the people that were hardworking and really took a chance and were strong and courageous and disciplined, and they wanted their children to do better than they did. In most cases they did. Their children got their grounding and their upbringing and their values from this very community, from this very location, from this very philosophy of life.
We want toys! We want toys!
Yeah, we're from the second floor. We're Back of the Yards.
The Back of the Yards is an area where we used to be picked up during Christmas. Mr. Megan, who was one of the founders of this organization, took care of our family when we were kids, just the same as the kids are being taken care of right now. We were the kids coming to the Back of the Yards for Christmas.
We want the businesses to participate in this. What we did this year was letter to Santa.
Yeah, we had to fill a Santa letter out and then get a ticket like this.
Yeah, like that.
One in Brighton Park had over 1,000 folks attend, and the one in the Back of the Yards had over 2,000. So we gave out over 3,000 gifts this year to needy children in the area.
The BYNC was formed in the aftermath of the Great Depression in 1939 by Joseph Megan, the superintendent of Davis Square Park, and Saul Linsky, a colorful professional organizer.
It was pretty good, I'm telling you.
Yeah?
They were honest over here. Megan was honest.
It had to be done with leadership. Joe Megan started a free milk program, which was very big. That program spread to schools throughout the country.
Because of the family nature of things, I think there's always been a calling in this neighborhood of activism.
People who lived in tough urban conditions needed a voice which to rally to for improvements in their communities, improvements in their working conditions, improvements in the general society in which they live.
Saul Linsky came in here, and you had Joe Megan, and you know, they formed this Back of the Yards Council, and they had Bishop Sheehan here at one time working with the Catholic Youth Organization.
They worked together. By myself, I'm nothing, you know. I'm just that one branch on the tree. But if you're connected with all these others, you work with them, they work with you, and that's how that works. Cooperate, you know.
The BYNC was essentially a collaboration of all the individual ethnic schools, churches, and various social clubs. The board of directors was elected by an annual community congress where all these groups were represented. The BYNC motto, "We the people will work out our own destiny," reflects what it was created to accomplish.
There were a lot of improvements that took place. A lot of people don't realize it, but you know, it was an evolution, you know.
I've seen it go from an organization that deal with residents into a multi-purpose type organization that deals with anyone from the ages of 5 years old all the way to 95 years old.
You're the happy shopper. Hey, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. We love the Back of the Yards bus. I take it twice a week. It's so easy. Are you sure you're not Chinese? Man, you always buy that big bag of rice.
You're damn right.
Chop suey every night.
One of the other programs that we're most proud of is our senior bus shuttle. It's funded partially through the SSA program, and it's also funding through our aging grant. It gives them an opportunity to get out when otherwise they might not have that opportunity.
39th Street used to wash the cattle
Yeah,
across the road.
Yeah. Years ago, they had benches outside and people used to sit out there. Some sang their different song. The Bohemians sang their type of song.
Over time, both the community and the organization changed. The community remained Slavic for most of the 20th century, but by the mid-70s, it was a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood with a minority of African Americans, as it is today.
It's wonderful now that how long they got the Mexicans coming in. That was a great thing that happened here. They're wonderful people. Otherwise, it'd be like a ghost town.
Working closely with local businesses and elected officials, we have an emphasis on community and economic development to improve the conditions in the neighborhood and create our own community programs. One of the most successful of these programs is the BYNC Ballet Folklorico.
My wife started with the dance for the ballet, I think 16 years, yeah. We started with 8 kids to take out the kids out of the streets.
Una de las experiencias más gratificantes el trabajar con niños jóvenes realmente necesitan espacios y actividades que los aleje de tanta mala influencia que abunda aquí en nuestro vecindario.
And you're talking today an average age of 18 in this neighborhood. And a population per square block of anywhere 150 to 250 kids.
We have approximately 300 children and adults in this program. It's a complete family-involved program.
We won first place in the children's competition.
You're proud of showing them your culture, and at the same time you're having fun. It's just cool.
I started back when I was 13 on the Ballet Folklorico. Just little by little, I started knowing a lot of the staff, get to know every program here in the council. And one day I got the opportunity to get the position as receptionist, and I just went up on each position. I'm a business development coordinator for the Back of the Arts.
The BYNC also provides after-school tutoring for area youth. As one of Chicago's Department of Family and Support Services Regional Consortium Coordinators, we coordinate activities and referrals among more than 60 agencies that serve the youth of the community. The BYNC also organizes a youth council, a group of positive, action-oriented young people who work together to improve their community and themselves.
I think our greatest challenge is to break the barriers of false ceilings for our kids. I think they need to understand that they can do anything they want.
The Community Technology Center provides access to computers and formal computer literacy training opportunities to those who have the desire to gain new skills. The BYNC has over 50 years' experience addressing housing issues in the Back of the Arts community.
Whether you're from Poland or from Mexico or from wherever you're from, to come to this neighborhood and live here is a test of will and character. So if housing isn't taken care of, it becomes a big issue. It certainly was big for Joe Megan. He just couldn't stand an absentee landlord.
Many of these landlords wouldn't even live in the area, so they wouldn't even care what their house looked like as long as they were collecting the rent every month. Joe Megan would make sure that they kept these homes up to city code. Many of them were open and abandoned. He'd make sure that they were boarded up so kids couldn't get in there and get hurt by playing in there, or there wouldn't be drugs or prostitution in these abandoned houses.
In the 1950s, the BYNC was the primary developer of Destiny Manor, a housing development on 51st and Damon. From the 60s through the 80s, the BYNC initiated a housing conservation program. The BYNC constructed 20 homes in the Back of the Yards community under the New Homes for Chicago program. The council also provides free home repairs to senior citizens each year.
It was outstanding, the work. My kitchen window was so bad. It was just horrible. That was accumulating ice about a half-inch thick in the winter. Oh, and in the dining room, you could put your hand down in a hole and look down into the basement.
Sure. A-Trail program stands for Home Repair for Accessible and Independent Living. That's funded up through the Department of Housing, City of Chicago. There is no cost to the senior citizen at all.
I'm so grateful to the Back of the Yards. I'm telling you, what a difference.
In 1940, the Back of the Yards Neighborhood Council began the community carnival that was known as the Free Fair. This month-long event served both as an opportunity to bring entertainment and activities to the community and as a fundraiser for the BYNC's operations.
People came from all over the region. This was before the days of Six Flags, Great America, and people enjoyed the rides and the various booths that the Back of the Yards Neighborhood Council Free Fair provided.
The Free Fair lasted into the 70s, and the location on 47th and Damon is now a shopping center that stands as a testament to the economic development of the community.
The Back of the Yards, everything in there. raffle-off cars and everything else. I won a horse with a clock in it. I also won a horse with a saddle. It was pretty good, I'm telling you. Megan was honest.
For the past 19 years, the council has organized the Fiesta Back of the Yards. an annual community celebration where area merchants, food vendors, artisans, and entertainers overtake 47th Street in between Ashland and Damon Avenues.
The purpose of it was to promote the business, to help them increase revenue on their sales. There's no other event here in the area. They anticipated, they look forward to it. Have live entertainment, 3 stages, dancing, DJ, carnival rides. It became a very successful event, and now we have over 300,000 people attend the event.
Besides the fiesta, the BYNC has several programs for local businesses.
Special Service Area Program is a business district that the city feels needs additional services above and beyond what they can offer.
And SSA 13 is the stockyards. The stockyards put Chicago on the map, so it's very, very special to the city.
Typically we offer daily trash pickup, snow removal, acid etching removal for windows, sidewalk car washing, anything to promote the businesses we can do for them.
Now we have steel manufacturers, we have food companies, warehousing, chemical processing. I hold industrial committee meetings every other month and invite about 400 companies to come and interact, and I think the biggest benefit to them is also networking.
In spite of the many challenges that face the community, the Back of the Yards Neighborhood Council continues their work towards enhancing the general welfare of all residents, organizations, and businesses in our community.
The board of directors' job is to make it to the luster it was in the beginning, where people went to us and knew that we were for them and supported the community.
Everyone on the staff's job in some way or other relates to helping. We do so much help and assistance here that we're not even funded for. People come up here with their tax bills and their utility bills and utility questions.
People can be led only if they're willing to be led. That's always existed in the culture of the Back of the Yards Neighborhood Council, which is the oldest and I would suggest most successful community organization in America.
The foundation that we operate under right now is the best place to lead from. If you're remotely interested in getting involved, please contact us. We'd love to have your help. We have volunteers that assist us often, but we could always use more. But we always want people to know what we're doing, and we always want people to understand what our goal is and what our mission is, and I hope that you'll help us get there.